I'm Pam Shaw. I'm a public interest lobbyist, and I want to know, can I kick it?
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Kick it.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
I grew up in Vicksburg, Mississippi. I'm the youngest child of Earlene Fair Denton and William Shaw. I have three older brothers, Fred, Oscar, and Peter. I share that because it's my family that shaped and informed who I am. My parents were older when I was born, so they were really pleased just to have a baby girl. And my brothers were glad to have somebody that they didn't really have to be bothered with. I grew up in Marcus Bottom, Vicksburg, Mississippi, a historically black community, a community that had everything, churches and juke joints right next to each other, men who worked hard and partied hard, women who loved their families, and the men who were in their lives. I was always a very good student, and because I was a good student and I came from such a community that was just a broad section, I got lots of affirmation. So in my town, there was one paper, the Vicksburg Evening Post, and they used to publish the names of the kids who made the honor roll. And my name would be in the paper as somebody who made the honor roll. And the old men in the neighborhood would give me a nickel and a quarter just for being smart. So I grew up thinking it was a good thing to be smart, and community of folk who thought it was a good thing to be smart. I'm trained as a lawyer. As a very young child, I decided I wanted to be a lawyer. I didn't know what a lawyer was. I just knew that lawyers helped people. I came of age during integration. It was kind of after the civil rights movement, but before we're in this kind of post-black period we are now. So there was racial tension and what I now recognize as economic tension. So I knew that it was important and that lawyers had a way that they could help people and children. I don't remember ever meeting a lawyer until I was 14, but that didn't stop me from, at age 5, saying that's what I was going to be. I didn't meet my first black woman lawyer until I was a freshman in college. But again, that didn't stop me from saying I was going to be a lawyer. And I happened to grow up in a community that when I said I was going to be a lawyer, they said, that's right, baby, you can be a lawyer. You could be anything that you want to be. What I do now is work with legislators and work with communities to help enact laws that help people to live better. Success for me is not about cars and houses or money in the bank. It's how you swirl, how you deal with what comes your way. Because stuff will come your way that you've never even dreamed of. That's what success, how you manage the changes in your life. I think that young people need to believe in themselves and that whatever it is that they want to do, they can do it, even when you don't see anybody else who's done that thing. I think the people who are happiest are the people who cut a path, their own path. As a child, my mother used to say that her grandfather told them a story. And the story was, he who makes the best mousetrap, though he lives in the back of the woods, the world will beat a path at his door. Your gift will make room for you. I believe that. I think that it's a huge challenge, though, to quiet the noise and figure out what your gift is. But a gift is just that, it's something given to you. What you then have to do is work very hard at that gift and make that gift a craft. And wherever you are, your gift will make room for you. The one thing I always knew was I wanted a life different than mine in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Though I loved growing up in Marcus Bottom, I didn't want to always stay in Marcus Bottom. And I knew that there were some choices you could make very early on that would determine whether or not you stayed in Marcus Bottom or you got out of it. One was education. It absolutely, for me, has been the ticket to a different life. graduating from high school, going off to college. I have a degree in political science from Southern University in Baton Rouge, going to the University of Maryland School of Law. All of those experiences were because I wanted an education. And it wasn't that it came easy to me, it was that I was willing to work hard while doing it. It is absolutely the ticket, I think, to a different life. Excelling is not about, again, how much money you make. It's not about going to college. It's about creating opportunities for yourself. My brother that is 4 years older than I am is not a high school graduate. So you have me with a law degree and a brother who's 4 years older than I am, who is the best person in the world, who doesn't have a high school diploma. The system failed him. He's a very bright young man, but it didn't work for him. He has lots of economic problems, money problems, because he doesn't have a high school diploma. He's a commercial driver's license, so he could drive a truck across the road. But because of some other choices and some other things in his life, he's limited. And it's all because of his lack of education. It's a huge difference between what you earn and the quality of life that you can have. I have another brother, the brother who's 6 years older than I am. He has a high school diploma, and he went off to community college. He's been working for his company since he was 20. He's 58. He was able to get that job because he had a high school diploma. He was able to be trained because he had some college. And he's been able to be there all these years. That's the exception. The economy now is such that you're not going to be able to get on a job and stay on that job for 30 years. What you do need is to be able to have some skills, to be able to think, to write, to communicate effectively, to demonstrate that you can be trained for the opportunities that are coming your way. That's what we ought to be doing in education. That's why it's important to stay in school, because today is not all it is. Tomorrow will come, and it's preparation for tomorrow. Stay in school. Stay in school. It's the most important decision you can make. It's the decision that you can make that will make the difference between being very poor, being poor and middle class and wealthy. Education and opportunity go hand in hand. Stay in school.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can.